Right, okay, so welcome to Piastovia. This isn't going well already, but we're going to crack on. So we're going to do a little walking tour of two towns that I've built. Lovely morning here over here in Piastovia. Don't know why I'm doing this as if I'm on the radio. And we're going to be looking at two towns that I've built, which are called Rzekastovia and Piastovia. No, that's the one that's already there. Rzekastovia and Ogródovia. So we're just coming up to Rzekastovia over here. Nice foggy morning. So this is Rzekastovia, and then off in the distance, where my head now is Ogródovia. So just on the show you on the map what's happening. So yeah, we've got Piastovia over here, and then Rzekastovia is this one. Ogródovia is this one over here. So yeah, I kind of noticed there was two sort of circular sort of stretches of land next to Piastovia, so I thought might look quite cool as a sort of trio of towns. Originally was going to build one and then have someone play on co-op and build the other, so you kind of get two sort of different towns, but then I decided I had a good idea for both and I couldn't be able to find someone, so I just built them both. So yeah, Rzekastovia. First things first, because everyone seems to ask about this. The bridge, I did not build the bridge. The bridge is already here. I'm not that good, nor will I ever be, unless they introduce bridges. But everything from here on out I have built. So a couple of privies are sort of like watchtowers, and then we've got the gates, and here we are, and we'll get off the horse. And I realise now how grey my hair is on my bowl haircut. So yeah, this town compared to the other one was supposed to be a bit more rundown. I really wanted to make it feel like really claustrophobic and close. So what I tried to do was build all of the houses as close as I possibly could. So look at some of the decorations there. And yeah, I wanted to give it sort of proper like medieval vibe of like a really close town, mazy little lanes and alleyways going around. Worked, kind of didn't. So we're gonna have a little look. So yeah, essentially the houses are placed as close as I could get them. So wherever that was, I'll put them down. So there's no sort of pattern to it at all. They're literally just as close as I can get them. And then yeah, I want to create sort of like little alleyways like this. And then so I dropped loads of planks up on the roof up there to create a sort of like covered alleyway type vibe. And then from here on out, it's pretty much just mazy little paths. I haven't gone like all out on decorating this one. I got distracted by another build, and I kind of wanted to just go do that one, so I kind of rushed this one a little bit. So every house has got like all the washing facilities and stuff like that, clothesline, wash tub, privies, and firewood. But yeah, I haven't gone like all out. The houses have all got at least like a Hemeni thing, lights. Oh, there's three of you in here. I'll leave you to it. And yeah, rugs, but I haven't gone crazy. So yeah, and then some have got little vegetable gardens, some have got flower beds, but I tried to keep the flower beds to a minimum because I didn't want to look too nice. So what we've got essentially is this outer circle neighbourhood. We've got a little fishing hut down here. Yeah, this outer circle of neighbourhood, and then the high point of this sort of, it's not an island, but I'll call it as an island for now. The like actual physical high point is in the dead centre. So what I wanted to do was create that as the sort of town square. And yeah, that's what I did. So yeah, all the production buildings, all the extraction buildings are up here. So from like a play point of view, it's amazing because literally you got the resource storage there, you got the food storage there. Like if you're trying to craft something, like it's dead easy because literally everything is right there. But yeah, I didn't actually really play it. But I think if I was going to play it again, sort of properly, then I'd do something like this because it is really, really handy. So yeah, little pub garden. Made the town square a little bit more flowery than the rest of it. And then yeah, I was quite happy with this market square. You'll see the one that I've done in the other town, which is much bigger scale, but this one feels more like organic, I guess. She's happy, sing a little song. Yeah, takes quite a while, a lot of patience to put all this stuff down, but it's not as hard as you think it's going to be. I don't think it's worth it for me, so yeah. These markets have sort of gone all out on. So, okay, yeah, move. Yeah, so just neighbourhood, like I say, weird sort of layout, completely random layout. And yeah, so that's this side of the town. And we've got this cool, if you get it the right angle, nice little flower bed thing. But actually, if you look at it, it's just loads of flower pots. It looks a bit crap, but only ever look at it from this angle. This road that we're on now is one that's already there as well, so I've kind of like built around it. So it's kind of like the main high street. And so we've got a little farming shed there. This is back to where we started. And then we've got this side of the road. So again, everything's as close as I possibly can get it. Gonna have to take the high ground there. And a bit of farmland over here. So I tried to get it so this each town was like self-sufficient, sort of within the walls. So pretty much is. We've got some hen houses knocking around. There's one over there. There's one behind here as well. Just there. So yeah, that's Rzekastovia. We'll move now on to sort of this area, which is sort of shared farmland. So we've got the barn here, which is shared with Ogródovia, and then all these fields over here. And then we've got let's hop over this wall, the livestock for both towns over here as well. Yeah, so we've got all the animals. We've got sheep, cow, pig, goat, and then all the chickens are in the towns themselves. So, okay, look at it from this angle. So this is Ogródovia. So you'll notice the big rock there. Like I said, I was going to do this as a co-op, and I started that one, and then I was having a look at this one. I was like, actually, I've got a really good idea for that one, so I just cracked on and started building that one as well. So yeah, not a super grand entrance. Like I said, they're not unfinished, but I definitely could have done a bit more on these to sort of flesh them out a little bit. But yeah. So the main sort of point of this town is sort of this sort of area here. So this was one of the biggest trees on the island. It's not an island, but you know what I mean. And it's also smack bang in the middle, and it also sort of lines up perfectly with that rock, big rock, whatever it's called. So yeah, I wanted to create this avenue that sort of led down it, sort of like a centerpiece. So that's what I did. I don't know what people want to know on these kind of like videos. Maybe they don't actually want to hear me talk, they just want to watch me walk around. But I kind of split this town into like quarters. So this is like the sewing hut quarter. And yeah, same as the other town, haven't gone crazy with the decorations, but yeah, everywhere's got privy washing facilities and that kind of stuff. So that's the sewing hut quarter, and then we move on to the hunting quarter, which is this little section over here. So we've got the hunting lodge here, and then sort of hunting decoration stuff behind it. And yeah, that's that really. And then we've got the herbalist quarter. So this town, much more open, but I still want to keep it quite random in sort of the placement of houses. But they're obviously not as close together, and they've got a bit more garden space. But I also haven't sort of fenced each house off, so they haven't sort of got their own enclosed gardens. Again, that was deliberate because I wanted to keep it open. Okay. So yeah, it's very open, this one. So that was the herbalist quarter, and then we have got this neighbourhood over this side, which again, like really close stone walls. There's I should have checked this before I did it. Someone on Reddit put up a town. I think it's one of the most upvoted towns, where it's just like stone walls, like really narrow paths. I loved it. It's so good. So that's kind of what I want to do with this one. Just stone walls everywhere. Really like that effect. Sorry, I should have checked who that was. My bad. But yeah, if you go on Reddit, it will be on there. So again, like still quite close in terms of the house placement, especially this side. But yeah, much sort of nicer, I think. And then we just go down here, so it's a bit of a maze, which is what I wanted, really. Yeah. And then just sort of hits a dead end down this one for this house. So we'll go back up, because I want to show you the... I guess it's kind of like the carpenter's quarter, but it has got extraction hut and smithy there as well, which is this section we're going into now. So yeah, this is kind of like the working quarter, I guess. So yeah, we've got the smithy, some little decoration pieces down there, farm shed. If you want to know how to get these logs like stacked up here, I haven't put those down. If you go into that chest, basically you just need to max it out with logs. Actually, I think you can put anything in there, but log seems appropriate. So if I was to take half of those out, half of those logs would disappear. So that's sort of maximum capacity. So yeah, that's how you do that. Then yeah, excavation huts, we got those. And then this bit, I really like this bit. It's nothing crazy, but it's just the workshop. So yeah, I've basically just put down everything that you make in the workshop, all the materials that you need for it as well. So loads of wheels, logs, planks stacked up, and then I've put these chairs down here, so it looks like they're just sort of stored. And yeah, I think I quite like it. I like how it looks. Yeah, they've just got baskets and stuff like that. And then this, I think, is probably the sort of piece de resistance for both towns. This is the market town square, and yeah, it took a while to do this one. So there's loads of people speaking in the background. Let's go over here. Yeah, it took a long time to do this one, and I kind of did this like fairly early on, and kind of burned myself out with like decorating, which is kind of another reason why the rest of the town's not like super decorated, because yeah, kind of used all of that on this. So yeah, idea was, I don't usually like putting like the same stalls together, just because it's just repeated and it sort of highlights that they're both exactly the same. However, I wanted to keep these sort of sides of the building all the same type of vendor. So yeah, I did it because I thought this would look better, all grouped together rather than randomly like having saddles and then some pies there. So yeah, it's took a while. A lot of luxury items from the luxury item vendor dropped down. Yeah, this was based on like an old English market town, so they'd have like an open air building like this, and then usually like market inside, but obviously we can't build inside, so I've done it sort of outside, which they would have done as well, so it's kind of historically accurate from that point of view as well. So this is just a house that I haven't built the walls on. Can I farm a hammer? Yeah, so you can see what I've done basically, just haven't built the walls. And then I have built sort of I think it's called the attic space, so I can put lamps up, and then I've put the rugs down as well, just to give it sort of like a meeting place kind of vibe. And then the benches are made of 4 firewood made into sort of like a pillar, and then a plank on top, and then just fur dropped on top of that, and then I just put sort of like little chest, it's not chest, but little chessboards, money pouches, bits of food and stuff like that, just to make it look like the town's alive, I guess. Little shooting range practice, not practice, to try out your bows and your arrows that you want to buy. Yeah, that's the market town. Pretty happy with that, I'm gonna lie. Turned out really well, I think. The food was by far the worst to do. Like, if you make one mistake and just like everything goes tits up, it's a nightmare. The rest of it wasn't too bad. Like, all these bowls aren't too bad. Yeah, so, and especially like those sort of angled baskets at the back, they're a nightmare, absolute nightmare. But yeah, I think it was worth it. It looks pretty good. So, last but not least, then, I was kind of hoping it was going to be dark at this point, but hey ho. This is the sort of tavern area. So we've got the tavern on this right side, and then we've got the kitchen and pub garden over here. Sort of made not custom building, but a little storage, which is planks on top of fences and some barrels inside. Just makes it look like a proper storage building. And then just random bottles of beer and stuff on the tables. Again, looks a lot better if people actually sat on it, which is why I wanted it to be night time at this point, but never mind. Clearly someone hasn't cleaned up from the night before. I don't usually like putting planks down so neatly. Much prefer doing it like this because I think it looks a bit more authentic and realistic. But this area is supposed to be like really, really nice, so I thought, I'm gonna go for it. So I put these down very neatly. And then inside as well, the tables are set. Little bits of stuff on the bar in the tavern, and then 4 pear trees either side, bit of symmetry there. And then this was sort of like the main idea, this whole avenue, and then this is, again, if I get my hammer out, you can see what I've done. Just a fishing hut that I only built the base on, and then these are drop planks, sort of create a little ramp up to it, and then a little pipe and a bottle of beer, big bird, and just kind of made this rock a centre point, whether they're worshipping it or they're just like big rock, I don't know, I haven't thought that far through. And then if it's evening, it looks a lot nicer because I've put these lamps on around the rock, so it kind of lights it up a little bit. But it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon and we're not going to hang around. waiting for nightfall to just show those lamps off. There is. Let's get the old horse back, and we'll go have a look at the orchard. Where are you? There you are.
Let's go.
So yeah, we've got an orchard over here as well, which again isn't particularly sort of fleshed out, but it's okay.
Onward.
So yeah, I've got all these little connecting roads. I really like the infrastructure side of it. I get a bit carried away. Not carried away, but I quite like doing it. So yeah, not so much on this one, but on like Rumhampshire, I love like putting all the like connecting roads up to the next towns, sort of making it feel like it's like properly part of the map. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. If you got any questions or anything, just pop them in the comments. Hopefully that wasn't unbelievably boring again. But yeah, the Rumhampshire one seemed to go down quite well, so I thought I'll do one of these. What I am going to do as well is I'm going to start live streaming some of my builds. Yeah, I may have already done it if you're watching this sort of after the fact, but yeah, I think I'm going to live stream one of my builds from beginning to end. I think I'm going to do it on the Valley because of console players not feeling left out because they haven't got Oxbow as of this recording. So yeah, and I'm basically going to try and build an island like castle or fort on the islands in between. Is it Rolnica and Tutki, I think? So yeah, I'm going to live stream that, and so people can see sort of the process that I go through when I do these kind of builds. If people are interested, probably no one's going to watch, but yeah, I think it'd be quite interesting. So there we go. Right, I don't really know how to end this, so just gonna let's go into photo mode and have a look from above. It's well nice, this game. Lovely mountains, great stuff. So yeah, fortunately I wish the render distance would be a little bit better, but you can't have everything. It'd probably fry my computer as well. So yeah, from above you can kind of see like the winding road aspect of it, and sort of how they all fit together as a trio of towns. Cool. Yeah, I'm going to stop rambling on now. Yeah, bye, I guess.